June 3rd, 2019. I'm back. I'm right back here again. I get off the ground and dust myself off. After that tearful goodbye with Kotonoha, emotions are still running high. Still, though, there's nothing else I can do here. Even if I wanted to, there's only one answer to ending all of this. I think momentarily about going in to take my favorite knife, but I decided against it. I've already tormented this family enough for one lifetime. I'm not even going to say goodbye to Natsuki. Even if she doesn't hate me, I think I've already put her through enough. Fate says that Natsuki should die today, but it's fine if someone else dies in her place. This has to be done not just so that the world can stay in balance, but so Natsuki's life can be spared as well. A simple exchange. A soul for a soul. I take one last look back at the house before walking away into the night. If an irregularity like me were to disappear from this world, then this nightmare will end and Natsuki can have a future. As cruel as it sounds, that's the general idea of things from what Makoto Noha said. No one else will have to die tonight. Not Amy, not Kaito, and as much as I hate it, not even Joichiro. I won't act like some agent of Providence delivering punishment onto him. I also won't be risking anyone dear to me for having to be taken as a sacrifice. I'll just simply fade away without Amy or Natsuki even knowing. At least, until I remember Koto talking about the pendant. I don't know how that might affect Natsuki in the end, but Koto sounded really hopeful back there. Maybe Natsuki might avoid falling into the same trap as before? I can only hope so. The look out of this view. It's supposed to be a really romantic spot for a lot of young couples. At least, that's what I've heard. Looking up at the moon and down at the city below, I guess there's something magical about this place. After what I've been through, it seems kind of ironic. The fact I've been so determined to save a young woman's life and all the lengths I've gone through just to get to this point. Even though I didn't know her all that well at first, it seems she meant something to me right from the very beginning. Koto did say she brought her to me, so maybe that's why. Tch, I didn't say it before, but that was you just showing off, wasn't it? I can just hear her laughing in agreement. I think back to Natsuki's diary for a moment. She was the only other person besides Mio that paid much attention to me. After all, she noticed my gloomy attitude and my change in how I saw the world when I hardly anyone else did, much less care. She even managed to defy all logic and drag me out of my shell to talk to her. It's funny. To be honest, I never felt the same since my parents got divorced. I also started spiraling into depression after my grandmother passed away. The final nail in the coffin was when Kotonoha died, leaving the loneliness and depression I felt to worsen over time. No one really noticed aside from maybe Mio, but I was too afraid to let anyone get closer to me at this point. Then I took a chance with Natsuki and everything just changed. I don't know if that's why she always sat behind me in class or not. I mean, she could have chosen anywhere else, but she always wound up there. I love you, Natsuki. That's why I'm willing to do what I have to, just so you can live to see another day. If all it takes for you to have a bright future is for me to die, so be it. It feels amazing, finally admitting it to myself. At least, not when our lives are in danger and tensions are running high. I love Natsuki Sairenji, and as stupid as it sounds, I'd probably shout it right here from this mountain view. Not that it really matters now, considering what I have to do. I take my phone out and grasp it tightly in my hand. There's one last thing I should do in the event the pendant doesn't work. It's a gamble, but I have to try. I carefully craft a rather long text message for Yuri. This will be the last thing I do for you, Natsuki. Whatever happens next is entirely up to you. Yuri, I know it sounds strange, but I spoke with Kotonoha. Joichiro was the one stalking her all those years ago. When he broke in, he shoved the gun into Koto's face when she tried to defend herself. I made Tarankos angry at me, and Amy killed me. That's when I saw her again. Thanks to her, I finally know the truth behind the curse. It's nothing but a cruel joke to make someone exchange their life for someone they care about. Koto told me about your dad. She never wanted you to know this since she was worried about you. For Natsuki to live, I have to give up my life. Natsuki has the memory pendant I got from you, so she might remember some of this. If you can, tell Mio and see what you can do to help her as much as you can to avoid performing the same curse I did. Thanks for everything, Yuri. Goodbye. And sent. I let out a huge sigh as I take one last look at the moon. I slowly walk over to the edge. My phone starts buzzing. I look to see that it's Yuri calling me. I know you're going to try talking me out of it, but this is really the only way. I'm sorry, Yuri, I have to do this. Even then, it's going to be too painful for me to say goodbye to you and Mio if I do answer. Please, just take care of Natsuki for me. I toss my phone over the edge and watch it fall and clatter. Today will end for me and tomorrow will come for you. After that, you'll hopefully be free from the grasp of Tarankos and his chains of fate. Nothing is going to tie you down or hold you back in your life anymore. Natsuki, you should live. You must live. Tarankos, I willingly give my life to you in exchange for Natsuki's and her future. And then I take one step forward and my world comes crashing down. June 4th, 2019. Natsuki?
Hallie has passed away. It's my last class of the day and we're hit with this revelation. Between the night of June 3rd and today, Hallie went missing. It seems like it was just this morning that he was found. Rather, his body was found. The truth of the incident vanished into darkness. The teacher wouldn't tell me anything else when I asked out of curiosity. I don't really care. I could care less that the guy who sat in front of me in homeroom was dead now. He was just some random classmate I hardly ever spoke to. That's right. That's all he ever was to me. Just a classmate, right? Even though he's gone now, it's not like we were very close, right? I wrapped my hands around the pendant around my neck. For some reason, I can't really remember how I got this or who gave it to me. Was it... I can't see his face clearly, but I know someone gave this to me. Someone who was really special to me and really loved me. He loved me so much that he said he wanted to protect me. If he was so damned important to me, then why can't I even remember his name or face? Well, whatever the case, even with Hallie gone, my life will continue to be the regular, boring, quiet one I've been so used to. None of that is going to change. He's gone, but life goes on. My life will go on, right? I feel like there's something missing here, or maybe someone might be the right word. Who though? Why can't I remember? It's bugging the hell out of me that I can't remember anything about him right now. Why, hello there, Not. You're looking lovely today, as usual. And yet, you're looking kind of down in the dumps. Penny for your thoughts? Before I can say anything, a girl named Mia walks over to us. I don't think so, Amy. Not today. Amy looks over at her, a scornful look in her eye. She takes a few steps back before looking back at me. Oh, we'll talk later then. This isn't over. She walks away briskly as the bell rings, meaning classes are done for the day. What was that all about? Hey, Natsuki. I know we don't really talk a whole lot and all, but I was hoping you could meet me with Yuri for a bit just before you head home. Yuri? You mean she wants to talk to me again? She never wanted to stop talking to you to begin with. One word of warning, though. If Amy tries to talk to you, don't listen to her. I can't explain it all right now, but Amy is not really your friend. If anything, she's trying to get you mixed up in something bad. Huh. Now that you say that, she was giving off some bad vibes just now. I mean, she was looking kind of suspicious and overly happy when she waltzed over here. So then she's up to something? Hallie asked us to look out for you. Hallie? I hold on to the pendant tightly. For some reason, thinking about it makes me feel happy. Why, though? It's not like I ever spoke to him, let alone made a connection with him. I feel like I know him, but... I don't know why I'm even telling you this, but I feel like I've got these blank spaces in my memory. Why can't I remember him? Is he the one who gave me this thing? Yep. Like I said, we'll explain everything as much as we can. He just wanted us to make sure you're okay. And, he'd probably kill me for saying this, but you really did mean a whole lot to him. That pendant you're holding is proof of that. He gave it to you, because he cares about you, maybe more than you'll know. And more than he'll admit. I know you like the image of an upstanding student besides Monica and all, but you have to admit this all sounds hard to believe. But then, deep down there's something that's telling me to trust you. Please, Natsuki. I know this might sound strange, but you have to trust us. Amy doesn't have the best intentions for you right now. I don't know the specifics myself, but I do know she's got something devious planned for you and Hallie. I'm confident Yuri will be able to explain it much better and fill in the blanks for you. I don't remember when was the last time Yuri and I even spoke. This is going to be awkward as hell. It won't be. I promise. Even then, I'll be right there with you. My face feels warm right now as I hold the pendant closer to me. I can't explain why, but it just feels right. I feel safe when I'm wearing this. Almost like... I know this is going to sound stupid, but when I'm holding on to this, I feel safe. It feels like I've got someone watching out for me. No, Natsuki, it doesn't sound stupid at all. I want to believe that every person has someone special looking out for them. At least, that was something my best friend kind of got me into believing. Huh. Yeah, that sounds like something Kota would say, but Someone special? Tch! In my case, I guess it just so happens to be the random classmate that apparently doesn't mean anything to me. Normally I'd write off something like this, but Mia wasn't the kind of person who'd lie or cause trouble for people intentionally. To know, I used to always build her up as that mom friend who's looking out for people. She's also one of the nicest people in our year. I don't think I've ever seen her get angry. And if Hallie's involved, then maybe there is more to it than I was seeing here. I don't know what's going on or why I'm having trouble remembering things, but maybe Mia and Yuri have the answers for me. So, this pendant, huh? Mio gives me a firm nod as I close my hands around it tightly. As Calabella once told me, although we may not see them or hear their voices anymore, no one is ever really gone. If Hallie seriously went through all this trouble because of some secret agenda Amy has planned, yeah, when Amy walked up to me, I felt some major red flags going off in my head. That hasn't happened before, if that's the case. Alright then, Miss Mio Araki, let's talk.
So, Hallie, you think you can outsmart me with some secret plan to disrupt the cycle? You forget that I am always one step ahead, you sniveling fool. You may have disrupted the ritual, but I still have my consolation prize, your soul. Know your place, whelp. After all, you belong to me. You can delay things all you want, but you cannot destroy my destiny. Only by obtaining a soul that has experienced as much strife and grief as I have, can I confidently move forward. Kotaro was taken from you, robbing you of a future where she could be with you, much like Nahila was taken from me. Never to be, never with me, taken from me. She is gone, a reminder of the fleeting value of life, a life taken far too soon. The reign of Terengos will usher in a time of great change, and soon all concerns will be laid to rest. Be grateful, Hallie. You will be instrumental in the plan to achieve a perfect world free of strife and grief. You still have an important role to play once the plan reaches its endgame phase, and we shall have peace forevermore. When the stars align, a perpetual conflict will culminate upon a world thrust in chaos. The weak will perish in the shadow of the rising darkness. Even when the morrow is devoid of any hope or promise, there is nothing that shall forestall my return.
Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you all again. How'd you enjoy the show? A while back, someone compared the original Shattered Time to another story with a rather infamous reputation of sorts.
Amorphity.
So when he saw this, Odd Shadow took it as a challenge. He already felt the concept could have been done better. Except things became much clearer for him and how the story would play out, considering how rudimentary the original was. Determined, he wanted to take what was once a short story and breathe new life into it. A story about loss, love, and moving forward, Hallie had to make the ultimate sacrifice to see the woman he loves go on. All the while, learning to let love back into his life and trying to find happiness in living again. Unlike the original story, however, not all hope is lost, seeing as he's still protecting Natsuki even after death. Unlike her counterpart in the original universe, she won't be lured into a trap again by Amy or perform the ritual. One way I see it is that if a bond is strong, love will always find a way. After all, Kotonova was looking out for Hallie even after her tragic death, so I wouldn't put it past Hallie to do the same for Natsuki. For any of you out there who've lost someone special to them, I also hope you remember that while they may not be right by your side anymore, they'll always live on in your heart. Keep the ones you love close, and the memories of those passed on even closer. It's just as Mio said, no one is ever really gone. Anyway, what did you players out there think of this outcome? Maybe it's not the happy ending they deserved, but you never know what the gentlemen of Team Traitor have up their sleeves. The art of storytelling is kind of amazing, wouldn't you say? The original ended on a bit of a sad note. This time, however, Natsuki has a fighting chance to break the curse. What about the fate of Ali, though? And just who is Nahila and her relationship to Tarangos? Time will tell, I suppose. Until then, we'll just have to wait. Well, that's all for now. Until we meet again, my little forlorn hearts at home, stay golden. And remember that the moonlight is a message of love. Messenger of love.
Full credits are in the dock. Okay. I guess we're not going to see a credit scroll then. Oh, no, I still will. A little bit, at least. Alright, so I guess that project name they just mentioned where the MC will turn will be where we can expect more of this plotline to unwind. But that is going to do it for this one. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time with more Doki Doki. Hope to see you then. Bye bye.